start again.
Growing up young and everything was really, to put it mildly, a pain in the ass. As far as, because I never got to see, I never saw my dad. I don't remember until I was maybe 6. That was the first time I saw my dad.
Why?
Because him and my mom split up right after, from what I gathered, right before I was 4 years old. Because when I was 4 years old, in 52, Johnny was born. So she was already with.
So at some
His dad.
point after your birth, your mom and dad split up.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So you didn't get to see your dad until you were
about 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Well, he was. Well, for the one thing, all the Craigs, my mom, my dad, my grandpa, and grandma, they all moved out to California, Bakersfield area, and everything. So, and he was stationed with, and all his people were in Oklahoma, and he was in the Air Force. So he was not in this area. He was in different locations because of, the military transporting here to here to here, to his career. He was a career Air Force.
No.
Over let's see, I think he retired in the early, maybe longer, because I think he was retired in the early 90s, or late 80s. And even when he was retired, he was in Japan. He had married and had a stepson, and I had a sister.
Your stepson is named?
Huh?
Your stepson, name of your stepson?
No, his stepson. He had a stepson.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
He had a stepson
Yeah,
named...
I don't remember because I only met him once.
And sister?
Her name was Betty. Believe it or not.
You have... All right, so you have a stepsister.
No, I have a half sister.
Half sister.
In fact, I got two.
And that was his stepdaughter?
No.
No, his daughter.
That was his daughter and his wife, and I want to call her Kai because she was Japanese. They were married in Japan, and when he retired, they came back and moved to Oklahoma, and that's when I met her and my stepbrother and my half sister Betty. She was about 5, I think, maybe something like that. And you were only 2 years old. I met them when we went back. Me and your dad went back to Oklahoma for 4th of July.
And do you have a picture of that? I think you do.
Yeah,
Is that a picture with your dad's Clyde, right?
Yeah.
Is that the one where you have ponytails?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I had ponytails. But he's sitting in a chair, I'm sitting on one side, and
Yeah.
Betty and Eddie, I think, are
think
sitting
so,
there. Yeah. It was taken at my Aunt Essie's house when we went back there for 4th of July. But like I said, most of my life, with a few exceptions, I don't remember much of it because we just moved around all over the place because of Johnny and Keith's dad couldn't stay in one spot for more than 6 months. Some of the best memories I do have, though, were all at my grandmother's house for holidays and this and that. And the worst memory, and I barely remember that because I don't think I was more than 4 or 5. I was riding side saddle with my aunt on a bicycle. She had me on the bar in front of her because they were riding up and down the highway on the bicycle. And I got my heel, it was my left heel, I think, yeah. I got my heel caught in the spokes of the bike. Ouch, yes. So she took me back to the house. They loaded me in the car and we went to Shafter to the hospital. And I can vaguely remember them stitching my heel up. And the other memory I have of it is laying in bed with my leg propped up on a pillow so I wouldn't have put any pressure on my heel while I was in bed.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, the best memories were up there with my grandparents. We
And
did it.
They were in Oklahoma?
No, my grandparents, my mom's parents. And
That's the Craigs, right?
that's the Craigs. And my uncle Malvin and Alfred and Bobby, they were all up, they were west of Shafter, California. And up near, not too far actually from where your brother lives right now. Yeah. And he worked on a farm for a rancher. And we'd go up there on holidays and I'd get in the truck with my grandpa and go with him when he'd go out to check on what he was supposed to do, what do they call it, irrigation pipes and everything. I remember that. It was so much fun. There was 12 or 15 little kids running around one time when the family got together up there. Because my Uncle Malvin had 4, 5. He had 5 at the time. And then my uncle, God, what? See, there was Melvin, Ernest. God, I can't remember his name. But he had 4. No, 3. 2 boys and a girl. And besides my uncles Alfred and Bobby, which Bobby was only 5 years older than me, and Alfred was only 2. so yeah, it was a fun time up there. But the rest of it down here, with having to do him, it's just like my mind just kind of blanks it out. It was that bad. I do remember one time, I think it was my first earthquake. We were in Bakersfield, and Johnny, my mom just had Johnny, and there was an earthquake. And I remember my mom telling me this, that when it started shaking, I kept hollering, let's go outside, let's go outside. And she told me, she says, the ground's going to be shaking out there too, huh? I remember her telling me that a couple of times. And I said, really? She says, yep. But
That's cute.
yeah. I really was that. She says, yes, you had never been in an earthquake before. And when the house started shaking, you thought it was just the house. You wanted to go outside and get out of the house. So, but, yeah. And then, yeah. And if you know, like some people, you guys could probably name some of your school teachers. I can't remember any of them. Yeah.
Well, it's been a while.
But I mean, even over before, I was thinking, God, I can't remember of my school teachers, their names or anything. And I thought, maybe I'm weird as far as memory goes. But, yeah.
All right, we can stop right there.
Yeah, I